Yo, what's going on, guys? Your boy Pony Montana, and in this video we are going to be going over the best quarterback releases in Madden 23. If you guys are struggling to pick your specific kind of quarterback, this video is going to help you guys out depending on your style of play in Madden 23. Now, before I get into it, if you guys are new to the channel, do not forget to hit that subscribe button before you head out. Like the video, comment down below, and comment anything in the comment section. FTA for the algorithm. If you guys are back for another one, y'all already know the vibes. For the algorithm, helps push these videos to more and more people. And yeah, the more videos, the more people, stuff, and English is hard. Let's get right into it. Quarterback releases in Madden 23 and in any Madden in general. Now I'm actually gonna pull up this little thing from mutthead.com, because it's something that you guys need to see, where you guys can find the kind of releases that quarterbacks actually have. There are a bunch of different releases in Madden, so I'm going to go ahead and just bring up this little graphic here, and if you click on here real quick, it brings up all the 15 different kinds of releases in the game, and also it has the quarterbacks releases depending on, you know, where you're throwing at. Excuse me, where you're throwing it, how far you're throwing it, what's the average, and then it shows how fast you throw it from how fast you throw it from a from an average standpoint, and then the percentage increase when you have it with Gunslinger. Now, granted, I've tested most of these quarterbacks out in the game just to simply see who has what. I haven't seen a few of these, honestly, so I can't say that I've tested them all out, but I do know that there are certain ones that people utilize specifically for certain reasons, and that's exactly what we're going to be going with today. Now, we're not going to talk about only one of them, and that's going to be Slinger 1. For those of you guys who don't know, Slinger 1 is the Aaron Rodgers release. It's probably the best release in the game if you are a heavy passer. If you pass short to medium range and you're always in the pocket, this is going to be the best animation in the game, hands down. There's not many other routes in the game that are really gonna pretty much give you trouble with you making those reads. Now, for the defensive side, I'm just gonna simply call let me just call man coverage, some sort of man coverage here, and I'm gonna start off here with Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert has Slinger 3. Now, I feel like these are perfect examples of how the game should be. Is every single ability should have some sort of a boost to it and some sort of a downfall to it. Slinger 3 has both of those. It has a very, very unique reason why you should be using it, and a very unique reason why you shouldn't. And the reason why you shouldn't use Slinger 3 is because the throw animation when you're throwing short passes seem to be a little bit longer than you'd like. And I have Gunslinger and Pass Lead Delete on Justin Herbert, and as you can see, this short little pattern, granted, he is going to throw that a little bit quick, so it doesn't really make too big of a difference, but it is a lot slower than someone who has Gunslinger 1. So Gunslinger 3, the beauty of Gunslinger 3 and why you should want to use Gunslinger 3 if you guys are deep passers. So you see how fast he threw that pass? That is a 40-yard pass being thrown at the drop of a dime, literally just almost instant. This is the fastest release for deep throws. Hands down, nobody else has a better release. Gunslinger 3 is the best release for deep throws. Now, again, before I state anything else, this does not mean that their throws are better. It just means that they can throw faster depending on the range in which they're throwing. So those deep throws get absolutely slung extremely fast, and it's not fluke. It happens all the time. As you can see, Carmichael catching it in stride, absolutely perfect dot, and that's simply because of the kind of ability that he has. Now, I'm going to go ahead and throw a pick there, but as you can see, he even got the ball off there, where some other quarterback might have to sit there and cock back all the way and then potentially end up making it, so you end up getting a little bit frustrated. Now let's call timeout, and let's actually substitute Patrick Mahomes in the game. And Patrick Mahomes in the game, he actually has a little bit more of a unique one. And the reasoning that I say that is because his is centered around throwing the ball on the run. His throwing animation on regular passes is pretty basic. As you can see, it's a pretty long windup. And that happens with deep passes and short passes. There's really no happy medium when it comes to this quarterback specifically. And I did not put a hot route master, but even medium passes here, it takes a little bit for him to kind of quickly just shoot that ball out there. Again, gunslinger is king when it comes to just flinging that ball out, whether it be a short yardage route or a medium yardage route. Deep yardage, slinger 3 is going to be your bread and butter. For Patrick Mahomes, where you guys are going to be able to excel are passes that are on the run. So if you're trying to throw the ball on the run, granted, it's not that popular of a thing this year. As you can see, it's just not the same. If you're trying to throw the ball on the run, you're going to be able to sit there and fling that ball out there because that is what they kind of made it so that, you kind of do what Patrick Mahomes was intended to do. And that you're going to sit there and fling those passes extremely, extremely fast with this specific throwing animation. So in certain situations where you're rolling out of the pocket, trying to get a pass off, you might be better off going and actually throwing on the run simply because, as you can see right there, perfect example, you're going to throw that ball fairly quick. Now, granted, it's one of the reasons why his newest card that came out, the Super Bowl MVP, there's a reason why they gave that card the run and gun, and that's the reason, is because his throwing animation is built to throw on the run. So you got a man open, he's going to sit there and fling that thing, and you're going to end up having a ton of fun with this card. So again, you got to pick your poison depending on what you want to do in Madden. And these 3 releases are the best in the game. Traditional, those you don't really care for because everything kind of leans into like a basic area for that. And it ends up being a very, very frustrating thing when you're sitting there trying to throw on the run and stuff like that. You can't really do that. But these are the guys that excel. Patrick Mahomes, Slinger 2, excels in throwing on the run. Then you got Justin Herbert with Slinger 3, he excels on throwing deep passes. The new Stabler card that came out, he's left-handed, so I don't use him, but even he has Slinger 3, and he does the same exact thing as that Justin Herbert card, and he sits there, and as you can see, man, my D-line is just so good, but he sits there and he's able to throw deep passes on with the flick of the wrist. And then you got the Slinger 1, the Aaron Rodgers release, that is pretty much most people like to have, simply because it's such a fast release that it's kind of hard to not want to have your guy sit there. And as you can see, again, that throw on the run, extremely fast. But for the Slinger 1, that's going to be your fastest release on short and medium passes. So a lot of people go for that person because, football's a game of seconds and inches. So the quicker you can get the ball out of there to your open man, the better you're going to fare. And, you're going to avoid sacks. You're going to avoid the pressure. You're going to avoid a lot with those fast releases. So when it comes to throwing on the run, Patrick Mahomes is obviously going to be one of the ones that a lot of people don't like to use. But I like to use them in certain formations where I can block my tight end. Justin Herbert, if you're a deep passer, that's going to be your guy. And then obviously Mike Vick. They changed Mike Vick's throwing animation to Slinger 1 as well. So Mike Vick, Aaron Rodgers, the Joe Flacco, I believe, has Slinger 1, and then you've got the Brunell card. He's got Slinger 1 as well. And again, these are all your quarterbacks that are going to be able to get it. Now, if you guys want to know where to find it on your actual quarterback, if I back up real quick, as you can see, this is the Patrick Mahomes card. You scroll down, you see here on player traits, and it shows it right here. So his QB release is Slinger 2. So if I go back out to the Madden players, these are the list of players that just came out. Ken Stabler. Scroll down, and he has Slinger 3. That's his QB release, and that's going to be, again, one of the better quarterbacks to throw those deep passes in. I'm currently using Justin Herbert myself. I don't know why I put halfback. But let's go down to Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson just came out, Slinger 3 as well. So he's going to be able to get that animation where he's just slinging that ball out there, those deep passes. And then you got the GOAT, Michael Vick, the Madden GOAT, with Slinger 1. Absolutely crazy. Super fast quarterback. But one thing that I didn't mention, when it comes to Slinger 1, you're not able to throw on the run as fast as these other animations. And again, every one of these throwing animations has a positive and a negative to it. So for Slinger 1, that's going to be the negative, is your deep passes aren't as well, and your throw on the run isn't as well either. And it's kind of weird that they gave Michael Vick that specific one when Michael Vick had a cannon. But if they decided to release Lamar Jackson and then Mike Vick, or Mike Vick then Lamar Jackson at the same time, they probably didn't want them to have the same kind of throwing animation. So I can understand why they wouldn't. My name is Pony Montana. That's it for today's video. I will see you guys in the next one. If you guys have any questions, any recommendations, any other kind of releases that you guys have tried that might be a little bit more rare, leave it down in the comment section below, because I know that these are a list of this is the ranking of all of them. So Slinger 4, I believe Josh Allen has that. I don't think Slinger 4 is that great. Slinger 3 is at the bottom, which is crazy, but if you add Gunslinger to it, this little list actually shows that it increases to the highest percentage. This is the highest percentage increase except for traditional 5. But we'll test that out ourselves, as I have with everything else. And yeah, if you guys have any comments, leave it down in the comment section. What quarterback are you using? Let me know. Whatever it is, leave it down in the comment section, man. FTA. I'll see you guys in the next video, man. As always, 2 fingers, deuces, and peace out, you guys.